Just yesterday, the Brooklyn Nets had a play that was crazy. So, you see that play?
It was okay.
Man, that was NBA Street. What are you talking about?
It was cool, bro.
All right, haters don't hate. This man sounds like a Knicks fan.
I just want to go on the record, even though I'm pretty sure it is on the record, I'm kind of a Nets hater this year, and I understand this and accept this fully. So, like, I want them to fail. I just do.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Oh no, they're fun. Don't get me wrong. It's just, well, like here's the thing. I feel like KD needs a ring with the Nets or something to like it'll look better as far as like thinking about his legacy than like the rings he got with the Warriors. To me,
I don't know, because without the Warriors, without KD, the Warriors don't win a championship. Without KD on this Nets team, you still have Kyrie and James Harden. I'm not quite sure what the deal is.
but who else do you got?
Hey, that team not winning nothing. You know that. You know that.
Listen, I saw. No, stop.
You know that.
Stop. Listen. James Harden won with much less than he would have with that team. With much less. And he won significantly in the West. Playing on no defense, just offense. And he won significantly in the West. For this man in the East, with more
But
firepower.
he didn't win a chip, and that's what we're talking about.
Oh, my bad. He ran up into arguably one of the best teams the NBA has ever produced. Like,
But you still gotta play somebody from the West, which is one of the best teams the NBA has produced.
but what I'm saying is, at
He
this
gotta
moment,
be LeBron.
this year, I've seen James Harden do much more with much less. I'm not saying that. So take away KD, and you still have the same team without KD. Listen. I don't live and die. Oh, that sounds excessive. I don't live and die. That's hyperbole for sure, right? But I'm gonna go hyperbole. I don't live and die with Kyrie leading a team. I don't. Right? I like Kyrie leading a team. We've all seen the results. I'd much rather have Dame Lillard, 100%. James Harden, give him this team, and with Kyrie essentially being the 2. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm good with that. So I may be the only one, but this team without KD would still be making noise for sure. And
Here's
also,
the thing,
KD's out a lot of the season, so they still making noise. So it's
let me.
82 games.
It's just like let me explain. All right, so it's like the reason because I've given this thought, right? Because I'm like, what is it? Because I thought about this months ago, really, right? I'm like, why is it that I am kind of anti the Nets, right? Like the way that I am, and it's just because, and what it boils down to, right? The Nets succeeding is basically saying that like half of the game doesn't actually matter.
Because it doesn't. I've been telling you guys this. I was literally on record saying this like 2 years ago. It doesn't. But keep going.
It's like, and and like I disagree with this, right? But like, and like the Nets, their defense is probably better now, right? But like, it's still probably not what you would describe as good, in all likelihood, and the degree that it is almost entirely predicated on effort that everybody's going to be putting in come playoff time. And like, I don't know. I just like, I would like the game. Like, I like it when like the entire game is worth playing. Right? Like, it's just more interesting when like, because it'd be one of them things where like the Nets win and like, and it's not like people care about defense a whole lot now. They're gonna stop caring at all, and that includes players. And like, it's going to be like, maybe it's just a me thing, but I feel like dudes putting up crazy numbers like constantly without any kind of resistance isn't that much fun to watch. Like, that's an all-star game, and like all-star games, while they have entertainment value, aren't generally as fun as like playoff games.
Yeah.
Right. And that's my thing with it. But I also recognize that like KD, and maybe it's just a me thing also, that like, again, I did not like his move to the Warriors. I understand why the Warriors went and signed him. It makes perfect sense from there. And to be honest, it made sense from his too. I just felt like he was kind of just being a bitch. Like, I don't know how. Like, it's just like, sir, you took them to 7 games. It's not, and like, it's not even like you went to a team that is like the greatest regular season team of all time, right? Like, it's hard for me to take your rings with them seriously. I'm like, it's not they don't matter at all, right? But it's just like they didn't need you to be great. They were great before you showed up.
All right, listen. You're gonna have no arguments from me. You're not gonna have any arguments from me on KD slander or how whack that move was.
Yeah.
Like, none whatsoever. And I've been on the podcast many a time saying it. Right? Loved KD for that, hated KD after that. But in this particular circumstance, I'm less focused on KD getting a ring, but more focused on James Harden getting a ring. James Harden puts up stupid numbers. James Harden's changed basketball in his own way outside of, Curry State changed basketball. The only person, I would say James Harden in the last like 10 years of basketball, James Harden's changed basketball just a little under what Stephen Curry has. Like, it's James Harden, Stephen Curry in terms of impact on the modern way of playing basketball. Like it is what it is, right? But he's really hated for it, just like Steph Curry is not as hated. I hate Steph Curry for it, but the average fan doesn't hate Steph Curry for it. But the average fan hates James Harden. The strip club going, bachelor living, trash, just doing his thing. You know what I mean? In Houston, Texas. Steph Curry, easy to market. Family man, have Riley the daughter. I shouldn't know that man's daughter's name, but I do. I should not know that man's kid's name, but for some reason I do. He's a very marketable person. So people market him. They market him a certain way. People love him. James Harden, nah, he ain't it. But he needs a ring to get the respect. I don't want him to be in the Charles Barkley lane. Put up these crazy numbers and never gets a ring. I want him to be up there with at least one ring, and that's why I'm like, because it might not matter right now, but in 10, 20 years, when these same arguments will come up with our kids, whatever it is, I don't want to be the person that takes up for Charles Barkley right now. So I'm doing it for James Harden. I don't want to be that person. I want to be like, yeah, but he got a ring though. You know what I mean? And James Harden, I'm all in on it. I've been on it. I wanted him to win when he was playing the Golden State. When he was with the Rockets. I've been wanting him to win for years. But if this is the best team to win, if it's the best chance to win, I'm good. Now, if Philadelphia makes the championship, I'm not mad at that either. Because I love Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. If they make the championship, I'm not mad at that either. But they're young. James Harden, he's not old by any means. He's like in the mid-30s probably, right? Early to mid-30s. So so his time's ticking. So I'd much rather have him get it right now than Joel Embiid, who is going to get one or two in some point in his career.
Okay, well, it's all solid arguments. I appreciate both of those. Both of you, let that KD hurt go. I did, and I'm the only one on this podcast who cried.
Man, you were the number one. You were a big KD fan.
I am. I'm still on this team, and that's it.
I ain't let nothing go.
Best chances.
Nothing go.
Also, to go back to what we were talking about originally, I do not like the idea of the only two players being James Harden and Kyrie on that team and them doing anything outside of the conference finals. I'll give them conference finals. Because all you need is a big. All you need is a big.
Let's not act like Blake Griffin ain't stepping his game up because he actually wants to play.
All you need is a big. All you need is a big. All you need is a big. All you need is a really dominant. If you can get a dominant big, like I think the Pacers, if it was just James Harden and Kyrie, I think the Pacers would give them a tad bit of trouble because there's nobody stop Domantas Sabonis.
I would smack you through this camera right now if you say
Do what you got to do, Pimpin.
That's crazy. James Harden, Kyrie.
I'm telling you, it's all you need is a big, and you'll eat them up. But hey, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel about that, bro. You get a big, and you got a solid guard for inside out. Them niggas is toast. That's toast.
You know it's not 1998 before, right? You know it's 2020.
Yeah. I know it's not that, and I think that's what would be. That's those two, but that's besides the point. And again, another thought experiment that's just gonna have us screaming at each other.
It's just at the end of the day, though,
you have to have a all-time for the moment big man. No normal big man. No normal good big man's gonna do that. You gotta have the Joel Embiid type, Anthony Davis type. Now, if you're talking about the top 3 big men in the league, okay, but like outside of the top 3, no way.
That's who you. But in this thought experiment, that's exactly what you have to do to win a championship. You have to beat Anthony Davis if he comes out of the West. You have to beat Embiid. You have to beat Embiid at some point. Not gonna happen. Go ahead and put Ben Simmons on Harden.
Don't even do that. No.
I'd probably put him on KD. Honestly.
No. I'm talking about like if it's just James Harden and Kyrie.
Oh, nope. Okay.
He will put them in foul trouble that quick. Yeah. Like, look, Ben Simmons is an elite defender. James Harden is an elite offense player that just happens that his game includes getting the person guarding him in foul trouble. That's like part of his game. So, do you want Joel? You wouldn't put Ben Simmons on James Harden because you still want him playing.
You got a point. I'm gonna go ahead and have Ben Simmons. You gonna be quarterback spy. You gonna be quarterback spy. Anytime you see that man, go ahead and shift over in the lane. I don't care who you guarding. I don't care who the 4 is. We're gonna figure that out. We'll figure that out. That's rotations, baby.
James Harden got a 38 in vertical.
That's cool.
Okay.
See me at the rim.
Huh?
See me at the rim. If I'm Ben Simmons, see me at the rim.
Hey, runner. You got one of the best runners in the league. Easy.
You better. You taking that runner all night.
James Harden, don't take it. Don't give him a runner all night.
Yeah, I don't want you at the rim. I'd rather you take the runner so you ain't got to get. Look, if he get to the rim, you know he's going to the free throw line. He's going to the free throw line.
In all seriousness.
Give me the runner.
Offensively, in the NBA right now, there are 5 players that are unguardable. Literally unguardable. James Harden, one of them.
Mm-hmm. That's why we got a scheme. I want you to take that runner. You're just gonna have to beat me with runners.
And guess what? Another person's on the same team. And James Harden can assist too. He's not just offense. He assists too. So
again, that's why hypothetically, if KD is out there, I would put Simmons on KD, right? I don't care if Harden puts up crazy scoring numbers. I don't want him to get his teammates involved.
Yeah. I love these. We should do this more often. We're gonna have a lot of time to do this in the playoffs, with that little schedule. It's gonna be fun.
And that's the thing. That's why the games get played. Because it's you can make hypotheticals. You can look at the stuff on paper and be like, oh, this is what you should do, and this is what's gonna happen. But when it's all said and done, right? The games still have to get played. It's not decided by us shouting at each other about the nuances of whether or not it's worth your time trying to send Simmons to guard Harden or whatever. Once again, Calvin McGowan, hope you enjoyed yourself. If you are watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, leave something in the comments. You can also listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. Made it this far, once again, thank you. I hope you got a lot done of whatever it was you were working on while listening to this. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.